What's good, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Fun with Dumb. I'm your host, Dumbfounded, and I'm ready to have some fun with my co-host, Rick Lee.
Hey.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, buddy?
How are you? Looking good.
You know, it's album week, so
denim shirt.
I have to switch.
It looks very clean.
Is it too much denim? Like I
like the denim shirt. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to fix that posture, bro. I'm trying to fix. No.
I would feel like you always had good posture.
My posture is terrible. Chat. If you see me slumping at all, just give me a little posture check. You know, hashtag posture check. I need to switch it up.
I never considered you to be a bad posture guy.
Really? These days I've been slumping, bro.
You do this thing where you put your shoulders up to your ears. You know what I mean?
Like, that's
no
a nervous
neck.
tick. All right.
That's your Lunar New Year's resolution.
I just want to, I want to have a nice straight posture. I want to walk around a little bit more straighter. I've been kind of like
there's an air of confidence when you do that, right?
I don't. There's a thin line of cocky and kind of like dick.
Yeah.
And like. I
want to. Hopefully that denim will.
The denim, exactly. The strong fabric, exactly.
Fabric.
Thank you.
Well, Rick, big week for you. We'll get into that in a bit.
Yeah.
Steffie Baik.
Hi, sup, everyone.
Hi, sup, everyone. That was a weird combination of hi,
I love high subs.
Hi, subs.
So what's up? Your legs are on the table.
Both of them.
Both legs are on the table.
You don't know what's going. You never know what's going on below the whole this area.
It's a big week for you as well, as it's the last week of having the cast on.
It is.
It is.
Thank you for reminding me. It's almost like I forgot what it's like not to have that on. So
it's been 6 weeks with the cast on. That's crazy. Yeah. That's crazy.
So we'll give it another week and we should be good.
Another week. And then you have another 6 weeks of physical therapy to train that leg because it's gotten extremely skinny, that leg.
That's true.
Does it freak you out? Is it weird?
It is weird.
The way you said it.
How do I answer this?
Scary leg. But yeah, there's some big stuff going on this week for both of you guys, so we'll get into some of that stuff. But I feel great. Thanks for asking.
Well, I was gonna first of all, you got to give a chance for the co-host to ask you.
Yeah.
Dumb, you've always go around the table and ask us how we're doing. How are you doing, boy?
I'm glad you asked because I've been crying for the last 20 episodes inside.
I apologize.
No, I'm good. I'm healthy. I can't complain.
You're a little more than healthy. Let's be real. You're putting up little IG. I know the science behind it. The little ball catch. So
I don't really. No, but the thing is, I'm not posting. I'm not the one taking the videos. Like my trainer is, and I just repost it.
All right.
And I only repost the ones I'm like, okay.
It's a boomerang too, so it plays twice. You know what I mean? It plays twice.
I'm doing more reps than I would appear to be doing. No,
man, it's very admirable. That's good.
I'm just all about my health shit.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Laying off the drinks.
Yeah.
Trying to look better on video and screen. And also try to be more alert. Like this business requires you to be alert and witty on the spot.
For sure.
And I think when I was
maximum clarity, right?
I was coming to episodes a lot hungover. A lot of people don't know out there. I would come hungover for these episodes and I would stutter a lot more. I'd blank out.
Yeah.
I feel sluggish. There was a huge difference for me when I made that health change.
Next level.
Do you feel that way when you get hungover?
No, for sure. For sure.
There's a difference?
There's a difference, And not only that, there's a physical sluggishness, you know what I mean? Like it just, even if you think your mind is sharp, like if it's not working with, your body, there's no point. Right. So that's good. That's a good step. I try not to come here hungover. There's definitely times when we have, especially the rec days, but.
Well, I can't relate to anything you guys say.
Why?
Anytime. With the drink, I don't drink.
Oh,
so whenever you guys are talking about being hungover and
you never got into drinking.
Never.
You've never blacked out. Never.
Okay, the first time I ever drank at a casa event.
Of course,
it's casa.
CASA is a Korean American Student Association.
Yeah.
I did get hella wasted, and the room spun everything, and I just never really drank again after that. That was over 10 years ago, though. And that was it. Yeah. I just never really needed another drink.
Well, that's amazing. I think if you took that second drink, you'd probably continue drink.
Right, for
drinking.
Sure. if you had a good experience with alcohol, you would have came back. But that's
like weed. It's like when you smoke the first time, some people have like a bad experience and they never smoke again. But if you smoke the second time, you're just gonna keep going. Yeah, that's
25 years of your life.
That second time is when it always hits. You know what I mean? So good thing you didn't do the second time because you would have been stuck. But yeah, good to know everyone's feeling healthy. Steffie is finally healing. Big week for Rick as the Year of the Ox album is finally debuting.
Lunar year,
and is this the first ever debut full-length album?
Yeah, as a unit,
because you've had little EPs. Yeah, we have stuff.
EP. Well, nothing little about it, you know what I mean? But they were, but yeah, they were littler. They were smaller EPs for sure. This is a full length. You know, it took 2 years in the making, pretty much, since we moved out here. It's a combination of the songs that we made, new joints. I'm very proud of it. You know, it's a strong body of work, and just to be on the coast with the management team, with just my artist peers, it's a different feel, bro. You know, like I just want to see how much of a splash you can make with this album.
That's what's up. With the album, I know you were putting out little TikTok rap videos, and I thought you were killing it.
Oh, thank you.
Could you see it? Do you remember all of them, like with all the raps?
Nah, not really.
How about that one where you announced the debut, like the date? Do you have that one memorized? Because I thought you killed that one.
Yeah, I know. Thank you for that comment.
If you could just quickly do it.
I don't know
pieces of it.
Something announced from
because
19th.
There was a line you say, all you rappers are doing podcasts and this and that. Why aren't you rapping? I felt like it was a little bit directed towards me, and I just wanted to confront you on this.
No,
because as you were listing the things that rappers are doing that aren't rapping,
3 of them were
most of those things. I'm like, I do the podcast.
But he does it too.
I do the live stream.
It's a man in the mirror.
How is Steph getting that before you, bro? It's a man in the mirror situation.
It's a man in the mirror situation.
Yeah, it's definitely not you, because I'm doing Clubhouse, I'm doing TikToks, I'm doing podcasts.
I'd rather think it was about him.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was even like something. There was something about why don't you bust a rap with your trucker hat? There was something like it was something weird. Yeah. I swear it was. Yeah, with your mustache and bust.
Oh, you healthy now?
Yeah. Oh, you're healthy now. Chest hat, best tax. Like there was something there.
Right.
I don't know. So I'm just saying.
No. It was definitely just it's hard to just to keep it consistent and to do it like as much as you can. It's you want to come up with things that people can relate to, and I'm glad that you related to that. You know what I'm saying? That's something I want my listeners to be like, yeah, this is
I'm not gonna lie, it did motivate me. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, you think I don't rap then? I set my shit up on a tripod. It's like, what's up, guys? I know you haven't heard from me in a while, but
freestyling.
You have music coming out too, don't you?
I do. I got a lot of stuff that I've been working on. People don't know, man. I keep my schedule packed.
I know.
Keep my schedule packed.
Right.
Everything you mentioned, I do. You're right. And more. But that's amazing, man. I'm excited for your full-length album that's dropping.
Thank you.
We did a live performance for Hennessy.
Yeah.
That's coming out to Thursday.
And that was just a little word of encouragement to you, bro. Like, you know how you're saying I want to get my health right, I want to look like best on cam. You see the 2 that aren't working out, and then we see you, like, No. I'm just saying it's a motivational thing, man. Definitely.
Oh, you mean when you watched it?
Yeah. When we have camera time and it's all 3 of us, it's like.
And I want everybody. Yo, I want to.
It's humbling.
Well, I mean,
I want everybody to tune in this Thursday evening, right?
Yes.
It's dropping is the Hennessy live performance
for Hennessy, baby.
Yeah, me, Year the Ox. We got Jay Park, Eddie Huang doing some food segments.
Yeah.
Henry Golding is doing the hosting.
Taylor from Boogie's actually going to be on it too.
Amazing, yeah. Boogie, the new movie that Eddie Huang directed. So it's jam packed with super Asian Avengers,
next level
Asian Avenger type cats. What else was I gonna say about that? Oh, it's also my birthday.
Oh, shut up! You knew
Thursday is my birthday. Yes, Thursday. I didn't know that they were gonna drop it on my birthday, but that's amazing that they are.
Wow.
So Thursday is my birthday.
Dude, happy birthday, man!
Yeah.
Do you want one?
Yeah, I'll take one. All right.
You have any plans for that, or is that an off-camera discussion?
Nah, no plans really. I'm not trying to drink on my birthday.
Who likes to drink on their birthday, bro?
Shut the fuck
You know what I mean? Come on.
Protein shakes, maybe.
Protein shakes.
No. But 35.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
The big.
You didn't know. You didn't know, Mr. Year of the Ox.
I'm doing it for the pod, bro.
You're in your mid-30s now.
I am in my mid-30s, 35. And it's
please don't look like that.
And
no, it's just interesting.
So it would mean I've been rapping for 20 years.
Wow.
I started around 14, 15 years old to be really exact. Like, so 20
Why
years.
is your hand in like a confessional?
When you turn 35, you got to just bring it.
You're like
stop wilding out with your hands. Bring it together. The 35 years old and 20 years in the game.
20 years in the game.
Wow,
You about to, right?
Oh, yeah, 22.
Wow.
20 years.
No,
Oh, excuse me, 13.
No. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, we're
You
there.
guys are actual pros.
We're actually...
Real pros. Times 2. Is that having 10 years? 10 years?
I do trip out with some of these rap OGs, though, because they've been in it like 30.
Yeah.
There's people who've been in the rap game for about 40 years now.
For sure.
Isn't that crazy?
That's going to be you guys in like 10 years, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, technically.
Really? In 10 years, you're going to be like old rappers?
Here's the
like
thing
older
about
rap?
it. So, like, for Asian rappers, we haven't really seen what, like, an old Asian rapper looks like. I'm talking, like, Fu Manchu, white, gray hair, beard.
Yeah.
That's, like, a new idea,
Like
right?
our Curtis Blow.
Yeah,
right?
like our original the rappers from this 80s and stuff,
For sure.
like the OG black rappers. There's like older gentlemen, right? You know, like the Grandmaster. Classes. Like,
We don't visually have that example.
Yeah,
yet.
Curtis Blow and the OGs. You know, even LL looks great, but you know, sorry, I'm like drizzling over here.
It's all good.
But like all these rappers, you know, they're getting older, and for Asian rappers, we don't have that history yet.
Yeah.
And we're about to have that history. So.
Dumb's gonna be the first Asian iced tea. And not only that, dude, the plastic surgery in Korea is so good. They're never gonna look old, bro. Like you look at some of these OG celebrities, and they're like, damn, they look younger than I right now.
Damn,
like
yeah, you didn't know Jay Park is 65 years old. Actually,
Jay Park is from the 70s. Bro. How is he?
Yeah, Ice-T.
Thai iced tea.
Thai Ice-T. Shout out Danny Chung.
Yo, shout out Danny Chung. What's good?
I just want to change up the convos quickly. Danny Chung, our good friend, has also been somewhat of a Clubhouse.
Oh my gosh.
He's an OG.
Aficionado.
I feel like he's an
I don't even know
OG
what that
on there.
means. But Danny Chung has been on Clubhouse having some amazing conversations. Thank you for these rough ass fucking tissues.
Yeah. Those are the middle school tissues.
And all of a sudden, it's all
It's just leaking out now, huh?
Yeah, but
Wow.
oh shit, sorry.
Oh,
Next level.
clumsier.
Yeah, but Danny
Hair
Chung.
growing out of the ears.
Danny Chung has been having some amazing conversations on Clubhouse, bridging the gap for like Korean music and Korean culture with just globally.
Right.
He's even hired a translator on there for Korean artists to translate and vice versa.
That's crazy.
So it's been amazing. If you guys are interested, go to Clubhouse and check out some of his conversations. His group is called Inside K-Pop.
Inside K-Pop.
And it's blowing up. So a little plug for Danny right there.
So are you one of those full-on addicts with Clubhouse?
Nah, I've been taking a break from it, but she's been on it.
I'm on it like every day now.
Right. I mean, every day's fine, but I'm talking about I see the same name from like 8 a.m. to like 5 a.m. You know what I mean? They're just on it. It's.
I mean, I appreciate the conversations that are being had there. I just don't want to be glued to my phone like majority of the day, and like sometimes Clubhouse can do that to you.
Right.
I think the conversations are amazing. I'm just doing it for my personal mental health. I don't discourage anybody from going on it. There's been all these talks about how Clubhouse is, you know, people criticizing Clubhouse being exclusive or whatnot. I mean, it's in a beta stage. People have to understand it's in a beta stage, but for the most part, I think the conversations that are being had there are amazing. Yeah, like what it's doing to kind of cut this like middleman situation. You know,
for sure.
You gotta understand, a lot of these times, panels back in the day were like 4 or 5 people chosen to give these panel conversations. They were announced weeks ahead,
right?
And people waiting for this one like bullshit convo that lasts for an hour and a book promoted at the end. Right. This is like happening every other minute. Yeah. There's a conversation popping up, a room popping up. You can start
your own room.
It cuts the fat. And I think it's and because of that, we're seeing far more progress and getting to the part where we're actually gonna have to do stuff. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna actually have to take action.
Yeah, instead of just a let's collab conversation.
Well, sometimes it does get repetitive. Where there's a lot of Clubhouses where it's almost like too professional, or like people feel like they need to act a certain way. like not comfortable, and so like the more professional rooms, and you continuously like have this like discussion of the same stuff over and over again, like these like woke conversations.
Yeah,
like,
but
kind of boring.
But that would have happened in a panel, except it would have taken way longer to get over and tired of it. You know what I'm saying? We've been having those same conversations on Clubhouse in real life panel events
for years,
for 20 years.
Right.
And now people are getting tired of that. But at least now with these repetitive conversations, people can get tired of it faster, which I think needs to happen. You need to get tired of it and then be like, we need to talk about some newer things or take action. So I think this is a better approach.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Let's talk a little bit about what's going on, obviously, in the Asian community. Everybody's been seeing it. I think one of the hashtags that's been going around is like "Stop Asian Hate." I think that's like the one that everyone's kind of sharing. Because I didn't know which hashtag, like if people got on board with a hashtag or not. I don't even know if that's the official hashtag.
Stop Asian Hate works like for many things, like it works for the attacks and the assaults that's happening to our people.
Yeah.
And also just other Asians hating on Asians, you know what I mean?
Right.
Just it could go on both sides.
So there's been a huge increase in xenophobic attacks since COVID happened, right? And I think just recently we're seeing like a lot of outpour in the community about it because a lot of video footage dropped just recently heavily.
Right.
You want to talk a little bit about it?
Yeah. I mean, since COVID happened, and then Trump, when he was saying it was a Chinese virus, and
it's all led up to this moment here.
Yeah, and as a group here, the Ox, we also dropped 2 songs, relating to that. You know what I mean? Went viral. We dropped that because our manager, he came over and he was like, "Hey, look at these 3 videos," and it was just back-to-back videos of just heinous activities to Asian people, and this was way back. This was March. So we're like, sometimes songs just come as an overflow. You're just like, yo, I need to write this because it's almost like a SOS, like kind of like a plea almost.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then we're like, as a brand, we're like, okay, we don't want to seem like we're trying to exploit the situation and trying to reach virality, but using this. But then it kept getting worse. It kept getting worse. So then we dropped Captain America, because that was right after that happened, the George Floyd situation happened and BLM rose, and it was the focus shifted in a way. And in that sense, we wanted to make another track that was, because this is what happens. You put a video clip of an assault and then the comments is not like, wow, this has to stop. Another fight happens in the comment section.
Right.
It's like, yo, fuck these people. No, fuck you people. You know what I mean? What do you mean, you people?
Right.
And then this tangent game of this comment thread, the whole focus gets lost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, right now, even my biggest TikTok, like I just got 20K on a video clip that I put up, 30K on IG. It was just the clips of the news clippings that we saw of the Asian attacks. And yeah, like you could see the anger. They're seething. There's a lot of Asian people seething in anger right now. You know what I mean? And it's a very scary time because.
But I will say this. I don't want to cut you off,
please.
But I will say right now we're seeing also the most, I feel like, allies coming on board. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like the Asian community is getting more united,
right.
But you're also seeing allies from like the Black community more than I've seen in the past, like with the past year with everything going on, because obviously everyone has a bunch of things going on in their own communities. But we've had a lot of people jump on board with this as well, which is great to see. And I think that's a site that we can't get lost in. It's like this fight has to happen with like all of us. Other communities jumping on board and working together.
That's exactly what it is, man.
Mr. Fab is a good example. Mr. Fab dropped a video, and I think that was really needed because he's an important voice in the Bay Area, which a lot of this is happening.
Tony Baker, the comedian, put something up. Tim Cook from Apple put something up. Like it's good to have these advocates for sure. But one thing I really want to just reiterate is like when these things are posted, it's definitely, we need to unify as a voice. Do you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of people, Asians, that are both hurt, that are both afflicted by this, and one group is like, you motherfuckers, it's been happening, I've been told you that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're getting angry because they're now getting woke to it. So it's just like, we all see it, and my heart's groaning, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you're the
That's the thing. You motherfuckers can't attack everyone is on their own. You know, you don't know what people have going on in their lives. People have, you know, this isn't a competition about like who's up on the whatever's going on like that. Yo, if people get on board and embrace them, and let them be part of the fight or the voice that's being heard, you know what I'm saying? But is there any numbers? Because I pulled up some stuff here. Because
like 837% rise in attacks.
There has been a lot of amazing like information, like graphic. I want to shout out the graphic designers once again. I did this when BLM was popping off too. Like
the charts,
the graphic designers on Instagram, I feel like have changed a lot of the game with like getting information out there with like pretty graphics and stuff like that. Not that the graphics need to be pretty, but just more accessible, I guess. And since COVID-19, anti-Asian hate crimes have increased by 1,900% in the United States. Nearly 3,000 reports of anti-Asian hate incidents were reported in over 47 states and the District of Columbia. And 7.2% of the reports counted the most vulnerable elderly Asians as the victims. And many crimes go unreported or are not classified as hate crimes.
I wonder if there were more unreported before just because there were no eyes on us. Like, people just didn't give us like a place to
that's a big thing is like they're talking about us being a very invisible race in this country. And not getting the mainstream news cycle's attention, I guess, for some of these hate crimes. But they actually are starting to now. I saw like Daniel Day Kim go on like MSNBC and things like that. So I think there's been it's like that's the power in numbers. You start talking more and more, and you get out there, then more people will cover your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the groups just stepping up too and patrolling. I heard in the Bay, Asians with attitudes. We got the They Can't Burn Us All, that whole family, man. I see you guys. I appreciate you, and just stay safe, stay vigilant. But yeah, man, be wise. Most importantly, you know what I'm saying. But
and I think the worst part about hearing about this is the attack specifically on the elderly Asians.
Yo, that's
because to me it's like that shit. There's a special place in hell for people who attack elderly people.
Weak of them.
I'm just saying, like, just imagine if it was flipped, yo. Like, it's just anybody's grandmother, man.
Yeah,
like anybody's grandmother.
I thought you meant if like the elderly were attacking.
Fuck you. Nah,
like if elderly people attack us, and we gotta let that rock.
I'm gonna let that rock.
Every elderly person is allowed to shove one young person a year. Let's just say that, okay?
Yeah, dude.
But
you're not even gonna fall.
They like bust out their Glock.
Yeah, man. I mean, but it's just fucked up because
it's infuriating, bro.
I mean, the reason that it's happening towards that is obviously people do see it as a target and opportunity because they're so weak, you know. But it's like, when did that happen? When did that
I mean, I was upset with the whole knockout game too. Like before the elderly, remember when it was just a sucker punch?
What was that again? Was that to young people too? That wasn't just old people,
it was just anybody.
Right?
Yeah, you just walk behind them, an unsuspecting person, and just knock them out.
That's fucking wild.
So you know, like that to me is just top notch pussy. You know what I mean?
Can't protect themselves, like that's like the lowest level.
CEO so clutch. We're not saying like this is the exact type of comment all the time. It's like, y'all not being killed though. It's like, we understand there's
we are being killed, dude.
Okay, first of all, I'm just saying, yeah, there's things happening in the black community for obviously systemically forever.
Yeah.
But that's not the issue that I'm bringing up here. You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of comments that I feel like starts really dividing issues and dividing problems. It's like, yo, we're talking about a problem right now.
Yeah.
Just the same way we talked about a problem back then, not back then, but just like since the beginning of last year about BLM and like police abuse and all that stuff. So I feel like this is an issue being brought up, and there's always comments that become like this, like Olympics. This isn't competition. I'm just bringing up another issue on top of that.
This is what pisses me off, is like, all we said was, please stop hurting our senior citizens. I didn't put a color on it. I didn't say Asians. I didn't say any of that. Just as humans, you know what I mean? As everyone on this planet, we're all one, right? Just let's stop hurting each other. Let's stop hurting our senior citizens. You know, and when I say that, then how come the rebuttal to that is, well, you guys don't No, I'm not talking about my group. It's not that. As one, let's just stop hurting our senior citizens, yo. That's fucked up.
Okay.
Sorry. Rick for president.
Well, Rick, well said. And yeah, so if you guys want to help I believe there's a lot of events actually kind of starting to pop up. I've been hearing about a march or something going on in Chinatown. Get more.
There's volunteers to escort elderly Asian Americans.
There's volunteer programs for that. Here, I just pulled it up here. You can donate to organizations that are actually doing a lot of this patrol work. Apex for Youth, which I donated today. Check them out. Oakland Chinatown Coalition's Volunteer Foot Patrol. That's wild that these things are happening. That's amazing.
That's a nice name too. I like
that. Shit's out. Damn, Oakland Chinatown Coalition's Volunteer Foot Patrol.
Holy shit!
And yeah, I reposted it. You can check that out, and we'll put some information on that. But it's amazing because I feel like right now there's a big moment for Asians in Hollywood and representation, but it's a bittersweet feeling celebrating, I feel like, because of all this other stuff going on as well.
For sure, man.
So that's that.
It's just, I mean, it's an unfortunate time, ignorance and fear. It breeds this kind of stupid shit. You know what I mean?
Well, everybody tuning in, if you guys have anything to share on the topic or anything else, you can hit us up on the Discord. We're putting up the information right now, and then call us. We're going to start taking calls in about 20-30 minutes. But yeah, we'll keep talking about it through, I'm sure, the weeks to come, because it's a topic that everyone's talking about, and it's like a movement really brewing. I haven't seen one person not talk about it. So
I mean, it's good. It's the awareness is there. But let's just keep our eye out. Be safe, man. It's just fucked up.
I think one thing is we really everyone does have to protect themselves. Yeah. We can wait for, what I don't know who we're waiting for really to protect ourselves, but we do gotta kind of just learn how to protect ourselves in general.
Right.
I don't know what that means, but I feel like all of us just need to have that immediate kind of protection.
Right.
And not wait for any kind of systemic changes, whether it's through media giving us attention or whatnot.
I just picture you pulling out a huge pistol.
I mean, I honestly, I do feel like that's a big part of me. Also, just getting more fit.
Yeah,
I want to protect my family. I want to feel safe when things do pop off. And that's not the only reason. Obviously, just being healthy is good, but it's all around. I want to be alert, and I'm not
reflex
naive.
Test. Oh,
God damn it!
Damn, that would have been tight if you.
Now, motherfuckers.
That was. I did it mad slow too. I did it mad slow too.
Sit-ups. I know that wasn't really slow.
That makes me look fucking terrible.
Yeah, cut that out. Cut that out.
Wait, hold on. Let's re-edit that. Okay, so pretend. I just want to be able to protect myself, and I just want to.
Holy shit, bro.
We're in the middle of a goddamn conversation.
No.
Jesus.
My bad.
Okay, what we're gonna do is edit that part.
Cut that part out.
Reflex test. So we'll do that right there.
Who said oh? Oh man.
I will say though, I think all around.
They want the Discord link.
You know what we got to do too? I thought about this too, man. Everything we've seen on the media recently about Asian people, not the attacks, but just representation of Asians, is all rich shit. It's all rich Asian reality shows, rich Asians movie scripted stuff.
Right.
We got to show some more poor Asians, bro, right. So motherfuckers don't want to try to roll up on us. Real shit. And that sounds kind of jokey, but right. I just feel think about it. It's everything I've seen on the media has been about rich Asians.
Minari isn't.
We need more Minaris.
That's true.
We need more
Minaris.
Well, it's coming out.
Yeah.
It's coming out. Hold on. Hold the thing. I got to use the bathroom real quick. I'm sorry, guys.
No, it's okay.
This came out of nowhere.
Next level. What came out of nowhere?
I shit myself.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're pregnant.
I forgot to
All right.
Christ.
Steffi, how you doing? I feel like
I've been just quiet because y'all are talking about music and stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
How are you?
Are we going to niceties?
Yeah. No,
you look beautiful today.
You look gorgeous here. You look like a nice persimmon. You know what I mean? That's a compliment.
Take that as a compliment.
The color. All right. I take that back.
That's rude based on last week's conversation and people not liking persimmons.
No, I love persimmons.
What the fuck?
Is it persimmons?
Well, I feel attacked.
I'm so sorry. I gotta tread carefully with you. I don't know. Yeah, actually, you don't call a girl a persimmon, right? I meant the colors of your sweater because the green kind of accents the top of the persimmon.
I think of myself as a clementine.
Clementine. That sounds so much better than a person.
My Clementine.
Yes. Weird compliment, but okay.
Yeah, did you watch Minari? What'd you think of Minari?
I did. I have we could talk about it, right?
Did we watch it together?
No.
No, we didn't watch it together.
No. However, I think
Persimmons are beautiful. Thank you.
I love the mother. I love the grandmother, the actor.
Dude, I felt so bad for her by the. I mean, I don't want to kill it for anyone, but it's pretty fucked up. It's pretty fucked up what happens. But
it's a very touching movie for sure.
Do you feel like it's a good depiction of how Koreans are in America?
The ambition of Koreans. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Like the striving for the I wouldn't say stubbornness, but there is a hard-headedness appeal to it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Steve Yeun kind of killed that role for sure. I don't know what I can say without giving too much away from it. Right. So I'm just like,
just go watch it.
It's good.
Oh, you guys talking about Minari?
Yeah.
It was what is this? What is this other movie? Chiburo. Hey, when you pull up images, just throw it on the screen, Alex. Don't show us. Just throw that shit on the screen if you feel like you're throwing it on the screen. Nah. I want you to just throw shit up on there.
Did you just level him up right now?
I just feel like, you gotta. If you feel like something just belongs on it, just go for it. I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to talk about it and just kind of like,
Yeah.
And then no one sees what the fuck we're talking about.
That's true.
But what were you guys talking about right now? The movie.
We're talking about Minari, but we just didn't know like what we can say.
Yeah, and how realistic it is in like the Korean culture, like Asian American culture.
Oh yeah. The grandma was a beast. By the way, the grandma in Minari is a classic.
Is it not out yet?
She's an OG.
It just came out. Didn't it just come out?
It is out.
It is out. Okay.
But we won't spoil it.
Yo, shout out to the bun shop in K-Town, which is owned by Stephen Yeun's younger brother, by the way.
Whoa, should we go today?
If you want to, I just want to shout it out because it's like a double whammy. You can support the movie, but also if you want to support a local small business, Stephen Yeun's younger brother has the bun shop. They serve baos with pork belly or all different types. I think they're like it's Chinese style, right?
Chinese style.
Baos in general.
Oh, is Stephen Yeun Korean, right?
Yeah, Stephen Yeun's Korean.
Oh, yeah, it's Chinese style.
But you can check it out. It's been there for a minute now.
Okay.
And if you're curious, it's right there off of Western. So
I like a good bow once in a
while.
Like a good bow.
Once
in a while, I like a good bow.
Once in a while, he like a good bow. All right, what else we got going on? Let's see some of these comments over here one time. Oh, y'all should definitely watch Better Luck Tomorrow. That's a classic.
Marvel Comics unveiled a new South Korean superhero called Taegukgi.
Oh yeah, dude.
I don't know about that name.
Hold on.
Wait, can we look up Taegukgi?
Let me tell you right now, you don't want to look at this right here. Here's the thing.
His name's Taegukgi.
Yo, this motherfucker looks like Rick. Like straight up.
What?
Click on the
it
picture.
does look like me.
Okay. This is pretty badass though.
Yeah, but the stripes are on his shoulder. Oh,
this motherfucker looks like just like another fanatic at a World Cup game. Like, let's be real. This dude right here. Hold on. Come on, man.
He definitely fought at Donko twice.
This is like the most unrealistic depiction of an Asian man to me.
Wait, so that's the...
This is not...
That's the costume?
Here's my issue with it. It's like, okay, that's amazing that we get a Korean superhero, but this motherfucker has the Korean flag blasted on his chest. And but to be fair, let me be fair about the Korean. Go back to the costume, please. To be fair about this character, if you were a Korean superhero, this is exactly how you would probably make your costume. You would cut up the Korean flag and blast it on your chest pridefully like this.
I'm low-key loving it, to be honest with you. Nah,
look at this guy.
What's his superpower though?
I don't know, bro. That's you. This dude got the same build as you.
Chill, bro.
Come on, bro. That is you. But then the name, Taegukgi.
Taegukgi, man.
Nah, bro.
Gookie just sounds like like Gookie. Like, right?
It's a hard name to say for anybody. You know, like even if you wanted to call upon this fool to help you, it would take forever for a non-Korean person to even pronounce the fucking name.
To read it, it's Taegukgi.
What's his superpower?
You wouldn't even be able to look this guy. You wouldn't
even
be able to even find this guy on Yelp because most people wouldn't be able to spell this shit. Taegukgi. Taegukgi is flag, right?
Yeah.
It's straight up flag.
Taegukgi is flag.
Oh, dude, he's... What the?
This guy's flag man. You're flag man.
That sucks, dude.
Jesus, Marvel. Marvel. I appreciate the effort, but come on, man, give us a cooler one, dude.
So what does he do? He crashes into things.
Throws fucking Shinramen at people, yo.
I don't like his belt.
This fool looks like my dad.
Wow.
He looks like my dad coming to punish me. Like I'm the villain. You know what I'm saying? Like he's coming. I'm like, Dad, thanks for coming to save me. You know, he's like, I'm here for you. I'm gonna whoop your ass, motherfucker. Like, what? Why are you here? He's blaming me that I got caught by the villain. You know what I'm saying? Like this. Oh my God.
I told you stay home.
I told you stay home. You were supposed to be at after school program. Why are you here?
A B+? Who said a B+? Okay.
All right.
Oh, isn't there another Asian American? Is she Korean? Silk? Yeah. Korean?
Silk is Korean American, and so is Totally Awesome Hulk. The new Hulk is Korean too.
Wait, what?
The new Hulk is Korean. Okay,
the new Hulk is
Korean. Can you show the picture, Alex? You gotta show the picture, bro. We're talking about it. Hold on, Alex. You gotta get on the picture faster, all right?
It's right here.
That's a new one. I know. But you
got
gotta get on the picture faster. If you're gonna talk about it, throw it on there.
He looks cool as fuck.
Yeah, he looks.
Wait,
now.
what does?
Okay, first of all, he does not look that cool. That hairstyle is every Asian dude at an Asian
bro.
club.
That's my hairstyle right now.
That is Rick again.
Let me see Ricky Benner. Let me see what the small guy looks like.
This is every Asian dude at a club bumping your shoulder, bro. Damn. Real shit. Let's be real.
Dumb's just jealous because it's gonna take a while before he can get a role like that. He's gonna have to gym like I'm gonna be the Hulk.
First of all, like they're not casting the full developed Hulk to a human.
You can be Taegukgi. I'll be Hulk. All right.
I'm gonna be the pre-Hulk. You're gonna be the Lou Ferrigno to me, dude.
Oh my God.
What do we think about this girl? Let me take a look at this girl.
She looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the name too, Silk.
She doesn't look Asian American to me.
Nah.
She looks like a Western.
Well, she's masked up, so she even got the little COVID mask before COVID, I think.
So she's from. Wow.
She looks pretty badass, honestly, and the name it makes sense for the Spider-Man universe too, like Silk, whatever
webbings.
Right. Yeah, and they didn't go too crazy with like having to blast a flag. The problem with my problem with that is not like that it's too Asian. It's the fact that like I want to have things that are Asian without blasting it.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And I think that's progress to me.
Oh, it's a love interest.
These people don't look Asian at all. They don't look Asian to me at all.
Right.
Well, I mean, maybe South. Actually, you know what? No, they look Southeast Asian.
Well, maybe it's just because we're not used. People aren't used to cartoonists. Maybe aren't used to drawing Asians yet.
But is it drawn by?
Like when we draw Asians, it's very anime style already.
That one looks. Like
so how do you draw a westernized version of an Asian person without making it anime? I think that's a trick to like Western cartoonists. You know what I mean?
Next level.
Next level.
The
chat real quick, Alex. Okay. Call in the Discord, guys.
Yeah, regardless of our feedback, shout out to Marvel for the representation.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That was really cool.
That's cool.
Hit us up on the Discord. We want to talk to you. Let's get some conversations going. Who do we got? Kopi. All right. Let's bring in Kopi. Kopi, which actually means nosebleed in Korean.
Yeah.
What's up, Kopi?
What's up?
Hi.
Can you mute the Twitch? Yeah, can you mute the Twitch stream and listen to us on Discord?
It is muted.
We're getting some kind of echoing. You might have to mute something because you don't have like headphones, or lower the volume of the Discord. Our voices are feeding back into your mic.
Oh, is it good now?
Yeah. What's up, bro?
Very nice. What's up, Kopi?
Yeah, what's up, man?
First time caller?
I heard you mention that it was your 35th birthday coming up soon, so I just wanted to ask you a question that might make you feel young again.
Wow.
Oh, wait, hold on.
That was a loaded intro. That was like a pop, pop, pop.
I already like this. Okay, what is it?
So I'm just curious, like in your prime degeneracy, I wonder like what type of what were your favorite drugs, and if you had like maybe a crazy story you can share with us.
That's a tough
Wait,
one.
what was the
That is a tough one because I've done a lot of drugs. I don't want to dive into it.
Don't even look this direction right now, all right?
I don't want to dive into it. Here's the thing. I've always been pretty open about, obviously, like, I was a huge, like, stoner rapper, I guess you can call it. A lot of my content had weed stuff. But beyond weed, I've done a lot of drugs that I don't talk about, like, in my music.
Right.
Because people judge drugs so differently with how you present it, right? Like,
For sure.
you have all these other, like, whether it's pills, whether it's cocaine, even the dynamic of that has changed in hip hop, where you have, like, rappers now talking about popping pills and shit like that, but that wasn't cool back in the day.
No.
Back in the day, like, slanging drugs was
Hustler
cool,
era,
but not taking drugs was cool. Now it's like taking drugs is cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to dive into it, but there's like there's drugs that I really enjoyed that I'm trying to, like, obviously stay clean off of. But
that sounds wild. Viagra and ecstasy as a combo.
Oh, it's A1.
Really? Have you tried?
But I will say this: I never got heavy into pills.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I didn't, because that's
It's
a
so
huge
easy
problem
to
right now.
ingest, you
It's
know
a
what I mean?
huge
It's
problem. Yeah, and that's one of those drugs that, like, all across the age spectrum, everyone's like on. Whether you could be like an old mom, like a house soccer mom or something, you could be addicted to pills as like to like a young kid, and it's like that's a huge problem. But
a lot of the people that are telling us not to do drugs are.
I'm just gonna stick to hallucinogens. How about that? Okay, so hallucinogens, like,
give me a good shroom story.
Mushrooms. I think mushrooms low-key changed my life. Like, when I first took mushrooms when I was 16, 17 years old.
Can you do the confessional hands, please?
Yeah. No, when I was 16, 17 years old and I took mushrooms for the first time, I definitely felt like it opened my mind up, like, in a different way. Like, I really, truly feel like I was not the same. Like, I was able to really just think differently, be moving forward.
Mustache grew out.
I feel the same way about acid.
Yeah, acid too, but I would say I just remember my first ever hallucinogenic drug, and that was mushrooms. And I remember clearly that first, I was sitting down, and I was like waiting for it to hit. Nothing, I wasn't feeling nothing. I stood up and I looked behind me at my friend's painting he had on his wall, and I felt the painting.
Right.
Like, it like rushed through my veins, the painting, and that's when I was like, oh man, like, I was having all these thoughts. I never thought that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
like, every thought's like an epiphany on shrooms too. You're like,
whoa. And that doesn't mean it sticks with you necessarily when the shrooms wear off. Like, you don't necessarily keep that same feeling, but I knew that I could at least feel that way.
Right.
Moving forward, I was like, oh shit. So I do think it kind of changed my mind in a way. Yeah. I know, Steffie, like, you just recently had caffeine for the first time. So
the glare was crazy.
I will say too, Molly was, come on, bro. E and Molly, like, you take that shit for the first time, you're like, God damn, I'm giving a toast in a club to people I don't know.
Yeah. DJ, turn the music
off. Turn the music down. I want to thank everybody for coming. Yo. It's like, what? This isn't my event. Like, what the fuck?
I love you.
Yeah. So I'm pretty goofy on every goddamn drug, but yeah.
This is my second time calling in, so I wanted to see if Rick wanted to play Model Minority Report.
Of course, I was waiting.
Okay,
for that,
we've never
bro.
done that with you, right? So this is a good one. All right, Rick.
Where are you calling from? I need to know the region.
San Diego.
San Diego. Okay. Steffi, could I get a sentence, please?
Oh, from San Diego?
Yeah.
Wow, it's hella. Wait, no, that's not too hella.
Why hella? Why'd you add hella in there? Like, throw Rick off?
No, I like hella because you could tell if it's a.
It's hella good weather. I'ma go surf this wave.
It's hella good weather. I'm gonna go surf this wave. You got that copy? Copy.
Yeah. It's hella good weather. I'm gonna go surf this wave.
You're Korean, bro.
Oh shit!
Oh no way, dude! Did you really get that?
I mean,
yo. First of all, Rick is a Korean whisperer. No, this is Taegukgi, bro, the Marvel superhero.
It's funny how you guys said that kopi means nosebleed in Korean, because that's what
I said that.
Yeah, right.
This guy's a Korean cokehead. That's what it is. You're a Korean cokehead.
Oh my god, dude! Oh
We can play Minority Drug Report. Minority Drug Report. You're a Korean cokehead. Got him. Okay.
No. Copy. Are you Korean though? You are, right?
I am Korean.
You know what's another thing that I knew though? Like only Koreans change C words with a K, bro. You don't see Chinese or Japanese people doing that. You know, the lyrics, I have a K too. I understand where you're coming from.
Do you go to UCSD? You go to UCSD or what?
I graduated from UCI last year.
You graduated from UCI?
Yeah,
that's true.
You were the first rap performance I had ever seen when you played at Over Park, bro. That's a huge shout out to you. I even have a picture with you. You probably don't remember.
Oh, man. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. You know, Steffie here is a UCI alumni.
Yeah, I'm an anteater.
Zot.
Wait, what? What the fuck? Wait, what the fuck just happened right now?
Is an anteater?
It's an anteater, and this is the sign.
Did you guys really go ham with that? You guys repped hard, right?
You
guys repped hard.
Zot.
Okay, cool.
Right on, Kopi.
I don't like it how it looks like yaks, and it's just
I'm trying to make it look cooler too, because I'm like doing this thing. But
right.
What do you do now, Kopi?
I missed your fund with dumb episode. I couldn't tune in, but I actually just trade stocks now.
Oh wow,
that's cool.
And is that like a professional thing, or you just kind of trained yourself?
Yeah, if I'm gonna be dead honest, I never read a single book. I never had a teacher. I never took a class. I literally just watched YouTube videos.
Right.
And I taught myself. And when you had mentioned that you doubled your money like a couple months ago off Tesla, during that time, I actually made like over 100K from that.
What?
You see, I didn't even close to. Yeah.
Did you pull out though, or is it still in?
Yeah. So I had about $5,000 to my name, and I knew I was moving back home to my parents in like a month, so I wouldn't have to stress about food or rent. So I put about 4,000 of that 5,000 into Tesla, into something called trade options. And I got hella fucking lucky, and that shit blew up to over like 125K.
Wow.
Winner chicken dinner right there.
Zot.
Coffee! Make some noise for coffee, bro.
That trading stocks would be so profitable. Low key, I wouldn't have even gone to college. Like,
yeah,
I could have just taught myself that over the 5 years I spent there.
I will say it's crazy because way more people are in stocks now, and I get it because it's so profitable right now. I had dinner with my dad yesterday.
He's in stocks?
This motherfucker had Robinhood on his shit, and he was like talking about Doge. I was like, I never thought a Korean dad would talk to me about Doge. First of all, I already knew he was headed in the wrong direction. I was like, no, okay. No. He had a bunch of other stocks too, but I think for like an older Korean guy, it's a good thing to stay up on because he has a lot of time. He could just be on it all the time.
Right.
Like, you know, for me, it's hard for me to stay on top of everything all the time. I'm not a day trader. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he loves it. He's having a blast with it.
Wow.
Kopi, you consider yourself a day trader?
Well, to be a day trader, you have to have 25K in your brokerage account, which I do, but I don't really day trade.
Okay, well, Kopi, thanks for calling, playing Game of Minority Report, and asking about drugs.
Your money.
Okay. All right,
have a good one, guys.
Take care.
Peace, bro.
We got Dre. What's up, Dre? You're on the air. Hello?
Dre was good.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, Dre.
Hi.
And it's Dre.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Dre.
yeah, Dre.
Yeah.
Have we had Dre on?
I believe so.
Yeah.
This is my second time calling.
Thanks for calling in again.
I know. I usually can never catch these when they're live. I usually have to play back during traffic.
Right. What's up today with you? What's going on?
Just listening in. I thought your conversation about like just all the stuff happening with the elderly community and the Asian American community. It's I liked how you said that that we kind of need to be together on this and not really fighting each other. And it's like, I don't know, it's a weird scenario because I exist in the Asian community without being Asian. And can y'all hear me?
No,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Are you, what do you mean by that?
Like, so I've been with Collaboration for over like 7 years now.
Oh, wow.
I used to do the Dallas chapter. I also do stuff with like CAPE and just all these different nonprofit organizations. And so as a person who's not Asian, it's a interesting scenario supporting one group that you're kind of like a minority and a minority of.
Right.
But then having your personal group being kind of like the perpetrators of some of the crimes. So it makes it kind of like an awkward scenario.
That is true. I didn't even think about that. Yes, continue.
So it's just like, I don't know, especially because I'm from the South originally. And so we don't really intermingle with each other in the South like it is well, honestly, we don't even really intermingle with each other in California either. So I don't know, I think the biggest thing I've gotten just from like the BLM stuff that happened, because like in a reverse, when BLM happened, because I was everyone's like kind of only Black friend, it was like, here's the history lesson of like Black history, blah, 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 blah.
Wow, yeah. Did it feel like that? It was like it was like you educating everybody around your circle?
I was having 4-hour conversations like back to back.
Wow.
I lived in a house where everyone was Asian but me, and like every morning it was just, hey, you know, what's going on? Or like, I don't understand this, or that, and whatever, which is all cool. But like, I think the thing that kind of hurts me is seeing the people back home like just completely unaware of the stuff happening with the Asian community. And something that stuck out to me a lot during like when things were in the reverse with the BLM is that someone had said proximity breeds empathy while distance breeds suspicion. And I feel like the biggest distance between both of our groups, because I can't speak for the other races, is that because we don't interact with each other as much, hell, even geographically, the places that are predominantly Black compared to the places that are predominantly Asian aren't even the same states. Like 50% of the Black population exists in the South, while a majority of the Asian population exists in like the West Coast and in like the Northeast states. So we're not even interacting with each other as much as we assume or think, especially if you come from like a more blended area. But I feel like, to me, I feel like the only thing that can really happen is one, us also protecting ourselves. Like everyone just needs to do that until empathy is grown. But empathy can't really be grown if you don't truly build authentic relationships with people outside 100%. Of your comfort zone.
I agree with that. And I definitely do think that like that connection and that bridge is not strong enough, obviously, between the Asian and Black community. That's something we all going to need to work on. And I think it's because there's a lot of the businesses that intermingle within the communities where Asian and Black people are involved together. It's more of an older generation Asian group that's there, and there's a lack of communication. And I actually think that's a big problem, because I think we actually need younger Asian American generations to be more involved in the community. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I feel like,
and I think that shift is happening, bro. You know, I think it's slowly, they are trickling in, but you're absolutely right. It is a generational gap right there.
Yeah.
I think the older community needs to be willing to listen to the younger community. I think the younger community, I see, like, especially in Clubhouse, I see like the difference between the, you know, the people that are older, that are, you know, woke and having these conversations, and the younger crowd who are obviously on a different wavelength. Like they definitely are being educated in a different way. They're more aware of like the systemic changes, and I think that if the two somehow combined, that would be the most ideal. But I think when you're a bit older, sometimes you become more closed-minded. You already know your thoughts and ideas, but it's important for both the communities to come together. But I do agree with you, Dridri, is that we need to make more friends. We need to have conversations with people outside of our comfort zone, people of different cultures, ethnicities, backgrounds, not in a hate, you know, and have open discussions with them, like to learn from each other, because that's the only way I think people can truly have empathy for the other person. We can do as much learning as we can online or like whatever by watching these TikToks or, you know, like watching movies and shows. That's one form of education, but I think the other side of it is actually having real discussions and like,
for sure, that the online
a true connection with people.
And the online stuff creates almost more of a comfort zone than anything, where you feel like you can be doing the most minimal amounts of work.
It's not active, and a lot of times when anything we do, when we're actively doing things and like actively having to use our imagination and like have these conversations, I think that's when we really learn.
And just to be clear, all of us, have been a part of this too. I'm not. Yeah, I admit, like I've even been part of the slacktivism generation too.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's a learning experience for all of us.
But I also want to acknowledge, like Dre was saying how she's. What's your ethnicity, Dre?
Do you want to guess?
I'm gonna say black. I don't know.
I mean, I've pretty much said it in the whole thing.
Yeah. but actually, she did say that.
Yeah.
But I was just saying. I was like, I killed that. No. What I mean also is like I've acknowledged going, playing a lot of these Asian shows across the country for like over 10 years plus, that a lot of these organizations, they have a lot of black people involved, a lot of white people, Latinos involved in a lot of these organizations. So I want to give just props to that community too, who's been part of that support for a long time. And it's been around for a long time, that support, No, it's all that. For you do all these college shows and the cosplay events, the ASAs. There's always a community. There's a couple of like non-Asians sprinkle in there
for sure,
doing more work.
I know. I've seen a non-Asian person be a president of an Asian club.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's like, hey, here's the Asian club president, Dominique. I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. Good for you. That's amazing.
It happens. I was the creative director one year for Collab Dallas. So
what if there was a Korean creative guy? Like, fuck. How did that happen?
Yeah, but I feel that, Dre. I think I feel you where you're coming from, but I do appreciate like kind of your participation for so long, even before all these events happen, Right. And you're right, it's not your responsibility to educate or whatnot, but I think people will just naturally gravitate towards you for answers, because they might, and that's the problem too. It's like you shouldn't be the only like black friend that these groups have. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like it shouldn't be that way. So
it probably feels safe for them because you're already part of like the community. You're like you might be the one black girl amongst like the Asians, so they think that they can come to you that way. But I think it's also important for you to like put that out there from the beginning, being like, it's a lot for you. It's a lot of like emotional. You need to take breaks from that too. For sure,
definitely,
I get that.
It definitely is. I think I kind of got used to it because when I lived in Texas, my house was like literally 2 people straight from Seoul living with like 2 black people from the South. So their first interaction with black people was country ass motherfuckers in Texas.
Yo, your barbecues must have been off the chain. You had like 2 different worlds.
The food was good-ish. We were broke college students, so I didn't get that.
Oh, true.
But there was a lot of like lessons on like what's twerking, what's black people, what's kimchi, what's like all that, whatnot. But I have gotten used to it. But I do think while it's exhausting, it's definitely necessary, because if you don't have a relationship with someone to ask an ignorant question openly, like you can only grow from where you're truly at. Yeah. 100%. So if you're modifying your questions or your assumptions, then you're not really like getting called at from where you're at. And it just has to be real. So it's exhausting, but like I do have a perspective that they're not going to be able to get from someone else with a little bit more empathy, because I tend to understand a little bit more about the Asian community than someone who is not a part of it. So there is a safety there, and I'm okay with being exhausted for those people, but I know I ain't gonna do it for no stranger now. But for them, I'm okay with being exhausted for that, and I think that's why I say those relationships need to happen, so that more of these quote unquote, for lack of a better term, ignorant questions can be asked, so that you can authentically grow and empathize and see where someone's coming from.
Don't worry about the ignorance. I'm gonna keep it coming. No, I mean, I feel like that way for myself. I don't really. I lean into my ignorance a lot of times, because I acknowledge that I was privileged to grow up in Los Angeles, where it is predominantly Asian. And that's not to say that people haven't experienced Asian racism out here too. Right. Of course I have. Yeah. But obviously I leaned into like having that confidence enough at a pretty young age to kind of like, you know, whether handle it with battle rap or whatnot to deal with it.
You still had an opportunity to handle
it. And I think a lot of these Asian YouTubers too, they're a little bit too confident with the way they present themselves. I understand that you were able to deal with it, but not everybody else is able to deal with it. I've gone tour across the country where there's like an Asian kid in Wisconsin who's like,
help.
I'm the only Asian dude here. Like, get out. He's like, get out.
Right.
He's like, I want to be the token Asian. Why are you taking up my space?
I'm like, I just got here. He's like, get out. But I feel that my empathy has grown for that too. You know what I'm saying? Of these kids who have different experiences, and we got to understand these things happen. You know, and I'm learning that. Yeah. You know. So.
I mean, I think about this too. Just like what breeds that. So like a lot of the percentage of Asian kids getting bullied right now, it's ridiculous. So I know that innate, that's just like hatred and fear, it's going to transform into a lot more darker things in the future.
I think the bullying is probably worse right now.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, you know, all these, that's a funny thing, because you'll see like older Asian people being like, oh, we had it fucking shitty. This, what's the generation they say when it's soft right now or
millennials?
Something? No, we're millennials. Gen Z.
Sorry.
But I'm saying not Gen Z, but they call them like soft something like a cookie. What is it? Like they have a term for it or something.
I don't know.
They just call them soft, but I don't think they're soft at all. Right. They have to deal with all types of shit. And one of the things I think in general, snowflakes. There you go. So people calling them
cookies.
People calling them.
Yeah, cookies.
I was like, it's something like delicious. Okay, no. But like, yeah, like they call it. All these older generation call their generation right now snowflakes, but it's not true. Like motherfuckers have to deal with all types of shit right now. Even you think about even young Asian kids right now. Guarantee you they have it way worse. Like if we were called, like if we were made fun of our fucking lunchboxes, which is the story that everyone tells, we were made fun of our lunchboxes. I'm not taking away from any of that. But motherfuckers are getting punched in the middle of the street. Right. You know what I'm saying? And there's COVID going on. Motherfuckers got it worse than making fun of like octopus in your lunchbox. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's all online now. The bullying's all online, which is a different type of bullying.
Oh shit! Okay, goddamn.
Shit.
Just wanted to throw some Asianness in there. Get a lantern dropping on you right now. Dropping some lantern bars.
Happy New Year.
Dri, thanks for calling. Is there anything else you want to add to this conversation before we move on?
Nah, that's it. I just wanted to respond to that one section of the convo.
I appreciate that though. You dropped some important insight there.
Very
thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Dri.
No problem.
It's just pre.
Are you gonna go up there?
Hold on. We got a little quick technical difficulty we're fixing. Alex here.
While you're here, check out his new.
Wow. Look at this. Damn. Putting his bulge
Alex.
all up in
You
the
got
cameras.
it, bro.
There you go.
Wow. Check out his fit, guys. His whole fit.
Yeah.
Throw that on the IG.
It's the only man I know that wears joggers that doesn't jog.
Fit.
Okay.
Shout out to Alex, man.
Shout out Alex.
To the Alex.
Okay, the next caller we got is Invest in Color.
I've seen color.
Oh.
No, I don't know.
I was like, is this a nonprofit?
Hi.
Hey.
I've seen. Wait, no. Is it? No, it's Invest in. Yeah.
It's Ives in Color.
Ives in Color.
Yeah, my name is Ivy, but I go by Ives.
Hey, Ives.
I thought it was a nonprofit organization that donates like to POC businesses or something. Like Invest in Color. What's up? What's new?
How are you guys? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I was just calling. I wanted to know if you guys knew what the lowdown was going on in South Korea right now, because I'm leaving in about 2 weeks to spend about 3 months there. I wanted to know if you guys had any recommendations of where to go, what to see for sure.
Have you never gone?
No, I've been, but my boyfriend Kopi, he's never gone.
Oh, wow, Kopi.
Oh. Make a little money and doing international trips now, huh?
Wow.
All right.
Got that Tesla money.
I'll send the free
Why don't you do a
spots for you to
Minority
go.
Report with Ives in Color real quick, Rick?
Ives in Color?
That's obvious, no?
Let's do it.
What's so obvious about
I
it?
feel like I know.
What did it go? Why don't you say it? What is it?
Whoa.
Well, you're so confident.
I mean,
Go.
I agree. I think she's Korean.
Korean.
You think she's Korean?
Yeah.
Like a little Korean.
She has a very nice
really?
Korean.
She has
I
a
was gonna say
Korean
white.
American accent.
I was actually gonna say
She sounds like
white.
a Korean American,
No, she
you
has
know?
a Korean American
Oh.
accent.
Yeah. She has a very like mulgimchi.
No, for
Yeah,
some
yeah.
reason, when I hear like recommendations about Korea, I always think it's like a white person going to Korea.
Right.
But she's been to Korea also.
Yeah,
Come
now
on,
I
pick
know.
up
Yeah,
on the cues,
I was
dude.
late on that.
It's also-
I'm the worst at Minority Report.
It's the
Real shit.
boyfriend that had.
What do you
Right.
mean?
Korea.
He could be dating a white girl.
No, but she's been to Korea, and also her voice.
Okay, well, sorry about that, guys. Sorry. Is your name Ivy
She was
or
about to take her feet off the
Ivy.
table.
what's your name?
Ivy.
Ivy. So I thought Ivy too. Ivy sounds like a white name. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I see what you're saying.
I've never gotten that before.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. So
You're the worst. She's literally like making sure to let you know.
okay.
you are the worst
Let's
at
go back to these recommendations.
What do you enjoy? Do you are you what's open in Korea right now? Can you go out?
From what I've heard from my friend in Korea, he told me that not too long ago, the curfew was 10 p.m. Everybody had to go home at a certain time. But as of lately, the nightlife is back open and pretty much everything is back to normal other than like, the masks and like scanning your QR codes before you go into a certain establishment. But everything else is pretty much back to normal. And of course, you have to do the mandated 14-day quarantine.
Are you guys doing it together?
I looked into it and it looks like no matter what, even if you are family, they do separate you. They put you in a different hotel room.
I think that's better for the better, honestly.
Yeah.
I feel like 14 days together in a small room like that.
And
could
not
drive
only
you
that,
crazy.
you get out and you're like, all right, we're together again, and now we could explore. Can I
That's
just
true.
give you an example day of what I think the ideal Kopi/IV in Korea would be like?
Sure, go for it. I'd love to hear it.
So you wake up in the morning at a motel.
Hold on. Itinerary report. Let's go.
Itinerary report.
Let's go.
All right. Do you guys are morning people or what over here?
Definitely
do you wake
night
up?
owls,
Night
but
owls.
I wake up around like noon.
Okay, that's perfect because in Korea that's going to be flipped and you're going to be able to wake up a little early, you know what I mean? So you wake up and you get yourself a nice Korean toast. Do you know what a toast is?
Street toast with the egg and all
Street
that.
toast with the egg with the shredded up potato. Bomb.
Okay, go on. You got my
That's-
attention.
What is
All
that?
right,
That
so
sounds
now
good.
you go
never had
there
this? You got
No, I've
and
never
then
tried
you
that.
go to Itaewon and you do one of the Korean escape rooms. Or not even escape room, but just one of those little date spots.
okay, you could already get the fuck
like
out of
a
here with this
Meerkat
escape
Cafe.
room. They just got out of quarantine. You're throwing them in an
Meerkat
escape
Cafe.
room.
Listen to me. I'm giving them options right now.
All right.
There's all these arcades. Do you guys like arcades at all?
Meerkat Cafe. I want to go there.
She's not. I completely missed the mark. But the Meerkat Cafe is something that I just picture you and Copy doing, man.
Cute.
Going over there and then like, hugging animals. There's raccoon
like this
cafes
too.
and all that. And then you go to the seafood district where there's aquariums where you pull out your crab and the shells and all that and you're having a nice little seafood dinner. Come on, dude. It doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, I think definitely the Meerkat Cafe. He wants to go hug some raccoons and shit. But
He's like, no, she's not me. But yeah, and
the
then
seafood market looks dank too.
The seafood market is pretty lit. You
What's
gotta do
Lowe's
that.
dank?
Because the thing about that, it looks dank, fool. All right.
the Korean escape room is just a club at 3 a.m.
For sure.
Now, the dope thing about these seafood markets is seeing the ajimas, the older women working there,
Right.
because they're so fun and outgoing.
Oh, they're so fun.
and,
Oh, really?
and I just love seeing that energy more than anything.
You know how a sea cucumber kind of looks like a penis?
Uh.
So I remember this one ajima, like I was walking around with my grandmother.
Uh-huh.
She'd be like, "What?" She'd like,
No.
Oh my
she
god!
started doing this in front of me, like,
Oh lord!
No,
I'm like,
dude.
The Rick was like sold. All right.
Take it, Giselle.
Okay, Rick, not bad, not the greatest. I
Not
gotta
the greatest.
say, not
Yeah,
the
yeah,
greatest.
I was trying to freestyle it. That was terrible.
Yeah, Rick, you see the thing about Rick, he's very Korean, but he really hasn't even gone to Korea that much. To be honest, like I've
All right,
gone
what
to
would
Korea.
give me
Yeah,
your day.
what's yours?
I've
Give me
gone-
your day.
Man, just stop, bro. Just stop. I don't want to.
You'd be like PC bang.
I would just say walking around, all that's great. You're already throwing them across
Oh,
town.
the Hangang. Yo, going to Hangang, that little river spot, and then you could kind of like rent out the little mat, and then there's this whole ramen section there where you could just eat ramen with your boy.
I would
you
say
know
go
what
on
I
a
mean?
hike to like Namsan You know what I'm saying?
한강남산,
You know, the hike. You go on a hike in Korea, like you connect with the ancestors. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever seen the colors of the wind?
I'd rather do Rick's thing.
What?
I'm not looking to go on hikes and shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go for like half a day.
Well, you can't even go on a hike. You broke your ankle. You can't go on a hike right now.
Whoa.
I'm sorry.
Definitely, all right, we're just gonna try to get Kopi to get in touch with his roots because he's never been. And you guys guessed that he was Korean, and he needs to get in touch with his roots a bit.
Oh, he will.
So are you trying to get him to connect a little bit more?
Yeah, most definitely. Maybe like expand his Korean, read, write.
Let me ask you, does it ever bug you if a partner of yours who's Korean isn't in touch with his roots?
I feel like not really because we both grew up here in California. We've been here our whole lives.
Right.
But I think it is a bit beneficial though if you're dating within the same culture that you guys understand like how both of you guys grew up, etc. Like, and it's easier for like your parents to communicate, especially like if they're, fobs.
Did you go to UC Irvine too?
No, I didn't. I actually just graduated from Cal Poly Pomona.
Oh, congrats. I will say though,
Keeping
it
in
is
the OC.
it is easier for cultures, when they date each other. But I will say it gets intense really fast. I feel.
Yeah.
Dating your own culture.
Right.
Something, obviously there's familiarities right there.
Right.
Things could move really fast. Like, I don't know. I do feel that could complicate things sometimes.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it is fun to date people outside of your culture because you're learning about a whole new culture in a deeper sense.
True.
Just
there is
depends on what
something
you're
nice
looking
about
for.
that.
I think there's pluses and,
Yeah, there's
negatives
pluses
to
and
both,
minuses.
Yeah. Shout out to Love.
Shout out Love.
Love is pretty tight, dude.
What'd you guys do for Valentine's? You guys do anything yesterday? Or a couple days ago?
We went out for sushi with his parents.
How long did it take you to meet the parents?
It took quite a while actually. I think it was close to a year, like a month before the year mark.
Wow.
I was like super, super, super nervous.
That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, you wore a hanbok for no reason. It's like, why did you?
She had the 2 red stickers.
I don't know about all of that, but when I met them, I had hot pink and hot purple hair.
Wow.
And I felt like his mom was just looking at me like, oh my.
Right. 얘 누구야?
Yeah, 왜 만화같이 보여? That means why does she look like a cartoon? All right, but yeah, I feel that. It's a big step introducing the parents. Like no one's really excited to meet the parents ever, are they? Like, are you ever excited to meet like your partner's parents?
Hell yeah. I love
Really?
meeting my parents. I love, yeah.
Yeah, you would love it, bro.
Yeah, I love that.
You've already had pears ready to go, like in the fridge. You are ready to meet any. You know.
No, I like to see, whom my love came from. You know what I mean? Just kind of
that's
like
so
I want to see the source,
sweet.
bro.
Where did
You seem like
my
you'd be
love
good.
came
Parents
from?
Would like you. Parents would like to.
I like to
you.
get on the parents. Who
side,
doesn't?
right?
Of course, yeah.
This
I
one
don't want
comes through
that.
wearing the
Like cooking.
Taegukgi Marvel fucking costume. 안녕하세요.
저 누군지 알아요?
Yeah, no,
Imagine with an apron or something ready to like cut up those pears and like.
I like to think I'm good with parents, but I don't think I actually am. You know what I mean? Like I'm all outgoing and shit, but I feel like I freeze up when I actually do meet the parents a little bit.
But you know what? My parents told me that like when they met my boyfriend for the first time, they said, he really likes you, and I love that he likes you like that. So I like him too.
Yeah, that's actually really important. They're watching for that. They're watching. I think every parent's watching to make sure that they are cared for by the other person.
Right. No, for sure.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
that's beautiful.
Ives, good luck you and Kopi in your adventure. Wish you the best. How long you guys been dating?
It's been over a year now, like a year.
It's been over a year. Met the parents, going to Korea
That's
to
what
connect
it
with the roots.
is.
Next thing you know, you're getting your palm red and your
Let's
face red.
go.
You know what I'm saying? And what are you doing? Rice cakes, feeding rice cakes and fish cakes
Flying
to each
over
other.
to Jeju-do.
Wait, Dom, I have
You know what I
one
mean?
final question.
Yeah. Kopi just came in the mix.
Kopi, whoa,
like-
bro, you guys are next to each other.
Yeah, Kopi's like,
Yeah,
chill, bro.
so you're a celebrity, so it's easier for you. But what's it like getting like weed out there? Like I'm trying to debate whether I should bring a cartridge with me.
Okay, let me tell you right now. This is some real advice. It's not worth it, bro.
Don't do it.
It's
Just
not.
don't
I'll
do
tell you
it.
right now. You can get in some serious trouble, and I suggest just not doing it. We all like smoking weed. You could go a couple weeks without smoking weed, bro. It won't
3
kill
months.
you. It won't. Wait, you're going there for 3 months?
He's like, oh wait, 3 months.
You better go fucking smoke a perilla leaf or something, because I would just say it's not worth it.
Kopi, I don't know if this
Don't
is
do
the
it.
inner old man that's saying this, but there is this beauty of like this clarity that you get when you take a break in Korea and you don't smoke for a little bit, you know?
Nice.
But if you really need to, you know, DM me. No, I'm just kidding. Okay.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys.
Sweet.
Have a good trip, guys.
Thank you. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Peace. All right, we got Bueno Power.
Good power.
Good power. Hey, guys,
What's up, baby?
What's up?
You guys, so you guys can hear me well, right? Correct.
Could you?
Could you get closer to the mic, or you want to turn them up, Alex? Okay, cool.
The power is not bueno right now. It
Let's
needs to be a
go.
little louder.
Check. Can you
Yep.
hear me now?
Yeah,
Okay,
just give
we
it
can
a go.
work with it. What's up?
All right, cool. Guys, hey, thank you guys for taking my call. I just want to kind of shout out to you, Dumbfounded and Rick. Congratulations on you guys. Dumbfounded with the 88 Rising, collab. Rick on the new album coming your way. It's just kind of exciting. I kind of just wanted to bullshit with you guys because I'm big fans of y'all.
Bullshit away,
I'm
bro.
kinda just, I'm just really just appreciated that you guys have been kind of, speaking in the topics of, kind of our Asian experience. Dumbfounded. I've been following you kind of here and there for a while. And, since you've been kind of doing these Fun with Dumb podcasts and sort of putting in the forefront sort of the experiences of Asian Americans and sort of what we're dealing with is truly, it's validating. And especially with the talk that you guys had so far today regarding the attacks on the elderly. I can't thank you enough because, every time I hear you guys talking about it, or any of us who are part of media that are, our Asian representation, we never really had that growing up. And I'm just so fucking proud that you guys exist, I'm kind of tearing up a little bit because
Jesus, thank you, bro.
I'm not even joking, dude. It's just, I'm tearing up a little bit because we don't have role models in the media. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that, bro. I mean, let me. I don't want to cut you off. I just want to say I appreciate you for saying that. And to be honest, I think with us, we kind of learn as we're going along with the topics that we talk about. I'm not as fully educated, and I don't know how to react any further in layers more than being angry about the situation as opposed to really breaking down everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could hear it when I talk about it because I don't know how to react or address it except just kind of put some light on it, to be honest, And so I don't want anybody to tune in expecting wise words from me. All I could do is have my natural reaction to it. And sometimes it could come off real ignorant because I'm not prepared for it, So, but I do appreciate you saying those things because we try to kind of speak our truths and how we feel here.
Yeah.
But
absolutely. And it really is relatable how you guys are kind of just speaking on that terms, you know what I'm saying? So it's a breath of fresh air. I didn't want to come into the call talking about this kind of stuff really, and I do again appreciate you guys taking me in and kind of praising what you guys have been doing. But right now, kind of moving forward, it seems as though the Asian experience have been just fucking exciting. It's been so exciting. We've been having a lot of representation in the media. I know, Rick, that you're going to have your full-length albums about to come out.
Yes, sir. 3 days.
In 3 days, right? So for this year, because it seems like we had a really awesome year last year, and I think that momentum can definitely come up this year. Is there any kind of collaborations or any projects aside from what you guys have been working on currently that we can expect for the year 2021 and going forward?
Oh yeah, we have. I cannot give you too much details, but I just want to say that this one of the tracks that we're going to be working on is with a world-renowned produce. Like we have some big tracks coming this year. I wish I could tell you who, but it's the year of the ox. You know, we're gonna really maximize everything and fully just drop everything we have and see how that works out. But yeah, we have a certain track that I wish I could tell you, but in a couple of Fun with Dumbs, I'll definitely reveal that.
And not only is it the year of the ox for Rick, it's been the year of the ox for about 8 years now, I believe. Yeah. So there's been a lot of exciting years.
Yeah.
But I will say, I'm very proud of this, man. I definitely think, still to this day, I still stand by this. I think Rick is probably one of the best Asian rappers in the world. No doubt about that.
Damn.
Real talk. I'll say that cold-heartedly, and I'm an Asian rapper myself.
I appreciate
but like
that.
straight up, that's facts. I don't want to hear no bullshit about all these other Asian rappers coming out. I'm the best Asian rapper. Just fuck it. Stop. Get them in the same room. I promise you, you will see.
It is really good, and I feel like to be honest, I didn't really listen to like y'all's music before, right?
I'm about a year into the pod, but okay.
Really,
okay.
I'm just being honest.
Right?
No. I didn't.
For
but
sure.
like, you were making these TikToks, and I'm listening to them, and I watch them with him sometimes. I'm like, damn, like
Really?
how are you even bringing? Like, how are you rhyming these terms, like with these words? And
Thank
it's just
you.
like the way you hit, and it's like,
I appreciate that.
It's
I appreciate
great.
that.
You did say what? You're like something about the videos. Maybe it's the Samsung Android or something.
No, of course. It could get better. But his style.
No, hey, but hold on. Let me just address Bueno Power. I do agree. It's been amazing for representation. I will say Asians are having a moment. You know, obviously with good, there always comes with bad too, and we're seeing both. But we are truly, truly having a moment every week. If you go watch, if you see Variety or Deadline, which are these media outlets that announce new TV and film projects, there's a new Asian project being announced on a weekly, almost daily basis, honestly. It's kind of crazy. And these are stories that are so specific. It could be like Korean American, Japanese American, you know, Vietnamese American, Chinese. Like, it's very specific. You know what I'm saying? And that's a moment. If you want to ask about projects coming out, I definitely have my craziest shit that I want to share stuff. I can't even announce right now, but these are things that I've been working on for quite a while too. Like, I've been developing something.
You guys have no idea.
For the last 2.5 years, and I've learned a lot in this process because I realized it takes a long time for something TV or film related to see fruition, like to actually be made.
Right.
Like with music, I can make a song, put it out tomorrow, but these things, this process has been amazing, but it also kills me inside because I'm like, fuck, like I want to make this thing. I want to make people be seen. And you don't even know at the very end, the plug can be pulled.
Right.
So it's a scary process. And I hate that process. You know what I mean? So, but I'm learning a lot, and I'm learning how to approach it moving forward. If there's a new idea that I want to introduce, I don't want to have to wait this long. I want to find better ways to getting things made.
Yeah.
And I don't want to wait around, you know? So
I got you. No, it's an exciting time, Bueno, and I really appreciate the words of encouragement, man. We need that, you know. It fuels us.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, I think at least for me, it's been. I think we just need each other, right?
Right.
I mean, we need to kind of big each other up. You know what I'm saying? And it really makes me just so proud that, you know, you folks are just really just kicking ass and just making that money. You know, you get in your bag and you paving the way. You know, I'm a musician myself. I'm an artist myself, and you know, I guess, you know, when you're kind of in your pocket where, you know, you're creating, you don't want to share anything yet, and you know, you just want to make sure everything is done right before you release it. And I get that, Dumbfounded. I definitely get that, man.
Well, that's not even me waiting. Honestly, I have no choice. Like, there are gatekeepers in that world. You know what I'm saying? Whether you like it or not, it is a process to get made. You have to go through multiple people to get something green lit, and then you kind of earn that right. Like, the bigger you get, the faster you get things made. I don't have even enough clout to get something made on the spot yet, you know, so that kind of gives you an idea. Like, I have a community of people who support me, but not necessarily like people who know me on that level of like huge studios and whatnot. So it takes time. But Bueno, I'm going to keep it pushing though, but I appreciate the kind words. Is there any last thing you want to say real quick?
Yo, man, thank you guys for, being there for us and kind of giving us that entertainment, you know what I'm saying? And, really bringing out kind of the best in our cultures. I'm Arthur Bueno, Filipino from Connecticut.
I knew it. I knew it.
Shut the fuck
I
up.
swear I was going to say Filipino. I was waiting for it.
I believe that.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Bueno.
Filipino in Connecticut. You see, there's probably not a lot of Filipinos out there, right?
Yeah, I am originally from California. My neck of the woods is like the Central Valley, so I came from, Lemoore, California to Fresno, California.
Yeah.
Where did you hear the Filipino?
And
or what part of his voice? Because it almost sounds a little Hispanic to me, Hispanic American. But what part of it?
Just the whole uplifting era, the aura of
air?
it. Yeah,
Like he
the
dances?
uplifting.
Like
When
he
he said that, his tears were rolling down. I was like, damn, Filipino. Like I already knew it was beautiful, man. You guys are beautiful people.
Hold it down for the few Filipinos that are probably in Connecticut. There probably is an Olympia in a 10-mile radius of there. But shout out.
Yo, thank you so
Thanks
much,
for calling,
man.
bro.
And put your music info in the Discord too, so you can share it.
Hey, you're the best, guys.
Yes, sir.
Peace, brother.
Please, okay, be careful.
Yes,
you
sir.
will.
Yes, sir. You gotta be careful. You're in Connecticut, bro. Shit. I'm in K-Town. Like, PDziest.
Hey, what's good?
What's up, PD?
Bro? Where you calling in from, buddy?
I'm calling in from Portland.
Portland, Oregon.
Yes, sir.
What's good, bro? What's
Nice.
on your
What's
mind?
good, baby?
Hey, I just woke up like at 1:30.
You don't say.
Nice.
Yeah, but it's been interesting hearing the callers because that's the part I got to listen to.
Okay. Can you kind of mute the audio stream in the background? It's echoing. So you woke up and your first thought was, I'm going to call in. And then you called in.
Yeah,
what's on your mind? I got to know what's on your mind right now. What was your dream that you just had?
Take a first. Come on.
Yeah. Did you take a bong rip?
Nah.
Okay.
I don't do that actually.
Okay. You're just a chill dude all around.
Yeah.
All right.
Just keeps it easiest.
If you just, as soon as you move to Portland, you're stoned. That's what happens.
Yeah, probably actually.
Yeah. What's on your mind, bro?
Well, in the other chat, the waiting room, we were just talking about like what we're gonna ask, and I'm going to ask about like our language and like how it gets passed down to us from our parents, and sometimes there's a disconnection between the two, and that's why our vocabulary in that language just sucks.
For sure.
And do you think it's because it's our parents' fault or our fault?
Let me tell you this one thing too. Are you Korean?
Nah. We'll do Minority Report right now, I guess.
Okay, cool.
But...
Everyone loves playing this fucking game.
I know.
I would damn near think people would be offended by this game, but people love it. All right, Rick. Okay, go ahead. Let's go.
All right. I am slightly offended when people think I smoke weed.
I am slightly offended when people think I smoke weed.
I think you're Chinese, bro. I'm off.
Any other so Rick thinks I'm Chinese?
This one's kind of a tough one.
Yeah. Chinese, Taiwanese.
Hong Kong. I could see Hong Kong.
I'm gonna say Filipino.
You gonna say Filipino?
Whoa.
He has a little Filipino vibe to me.
You know what? I don't know. He sounds super Korean to me though.
That was my first
I thought,
guess.
He sounds
but then
super
he
Korean
said
to
that
me.
he's not Korean.
He said no, not to the Korean. I think he said no, as in like let's not jump to it yet. Let's no.
Well, so you want to stick to the original?
Can I do that? Can I just say Korean?
Sound Korean.
Okay, let's see.
But-
Reveal your background.
Laotian.
Laotian.
I had a feeling it was something like kind of in that.
I think when someone is
Someone
too
said
chill,
that.
it's like I can't get it. Yo, man, what's
How
up,
do you-
man? My name is Rick. You know what I'm
Laotian?
saying? That's what's up.
this fool Rick was about to have him drink some morning coffee and
I
call
know.
back so he can guess. But I gotta say, so about the language question, I don't know about like your culture, but in Korean, I mentioned this before. Like, my parents are immigrant parents, but they've been in America for quite a while now.
Right.
So their Korean is actually kind of old school compared
exactly
to
what I was gonna say.
Koreans out in Korea.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So this way they speak Korean is not the same way Koreans talk now in Korea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because language changes with modern times. There's words that aren't used anymore.
Yeah.
There's new slang. So like the Korean we picked up, people say when we go to Korea, people say it sounds old school.
Yeah.
It sounds
like,
like,
oh, that's so cute. That's old 한국말.
yeah, so it is an old school version, but
is that the same for Laotians too? Like, do you have kind of like outdated vocabulary?
I would say I honestly don't know because I have not been to the homelands and stuff. But all the Lao words that I know is like from my grandparents and stuff, and I'm one of those people that could understand everything that they're speaking about, but I can't say it back. Basically,
it's the one-way street.
Are you from Oregon? Did you already, or where are you?
Nah, I'm from Minnesota.
Oh,
wow.
I heard a little southern thing right there. Did you hear?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
I heard that.
I was like,
That was tight.
A little bit of everything, I guess.
I completely agree with Dumb because my father and my mother, they taught me like war Korean. You know what I mean? Like, like a lot of my food references terms are Japanese words. You know what I mean? Like they would use Japanese words for like certain things like dakwang, or chopsticks and stuff like that. And I wonder if there's like if other cultures have that too, But what was your question in the beginning? You're saying that is it your parents' fault for passing off what?
Or not passing off?
Yeah, like not basically passing off. Like,
it's their fault. No. No.
I mean, that's crazy because usually they like enforce that, right? Like
or the opposite. Or they'll tell you to just speak English because they want you to be Americanized faster. It depends on what background you have. It could be either or.
That's true.
Do you think it's because of the schools? Because like,
they just didn't want to clutter your mind with two languages. Like, yo, if you're gonna learn one, be fresh and just learn English and master it and get a good job and help us out. I think that's what it is. I don't know.
Yeah, but a lot of kids internationally know multiple languages.
Huh?
A lot of kids know multiple languages.
Yeah, I know.
You speak Laotian too? You said?
Oh, barely.
Laos,
I understand it. Yeah. I want to understand it. My grandma tells me I'm like whitewashed all the time because like she says things to me and then I say it back in English to her. And then,
but just for a little encouragement, man, like you could pick it up. It would just dialogue, especially movies now, music, whatever. You just listen to it, and you got to have the heart to want to learn. You know what I mean? And maybe a trip back to the motherland could be good for your soul, bro.
True.
Being surrounded with people that speak your native tongue. It's for me, I want to be able to speak to, when I go to Korea, to speak to the person in the hole in the wall exactly what I want. You know what I mean? Little things like this. And, you need to yearn for that, Do
you think when you pick up one, focus on a language, another language, your first language maybe could get weaker?
I think so because I grew up like speaking Lao and stuff, and then I went to school, and then I went to ELT class, which they taught me how to speak English, and then from there, then my Lao got worse.
That's interesting. I do remember like when I do come back from Korea after a long trip, my English gets a little worse, a little bit.
Yeah, like when you go,
you have like an accent. You have like a Korean accent.
I'm like,
too.
Oh, whoa.
I'll go on a trip and I'll come back and I'll hop in my car and I like forget to drive for like 3 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, how do I do this? Is P driving?
Right. Oh man, yo, thanks for calling in, DZs.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank
I
you,
appreciate you
calling in.
Appreciate you starting the day with the Fun with Dumb podcast. That's a real.
I also thanks for calling. I want to.
It's on my notifications.
Yeah, it's on the notification. He said that's dope. Actually, everyone do that right now. Go on your Twitter and go on your Instagram. Put this on notifications when I put the IG stories.
Ding ding.
I want to mention something too because I really thought about this a lot in the recent times where I feel like a lot of Southeast Asian voices don't get heard enough.
Right.
Because I think the popularization of like East Asian cultures with Korean and Chinese overshadow a lot of conversations with Southeast Asians.
Right. So
I want to kind of acknowledge that this is like a really open and safe space for like all people from all over the world.
For sure.
All types of Asians as well. Just want to mention that because I think we talk so much. we talk so much about the East Asian countries and stuff,
Yeah.
and I'm talking, you know, I'm not saying Southeast Asians aren't heard, but I think there's a lot of people in that community that feel unheard too.
Right. And it's crazy. My Southeast Asian brothers, man, like when they felt they were being unheard, they went and flipped it. You know what I mean? And in the hip hop, they're one of the biggest names now. You know what I mean?
You
So
know
like
what
in their own right, they were just kind of like simmering, but they're like, all right, man, we're not gonna be heard. Fine, we'll take it. And then, you know, I think they're flourishing too. Shout out to Stupid Young and all
we're
them
also
guys.
talking from our experience, which was like from the East Asian
Yeah.
community. If we brought someone in that was, you know,
No,
Southeast
and
Asian, I feel like that would make.
And we definitely should. We'll definitely have. I mean, we just haven't had guests in general in a while. So, but definitely that's something that we will definitely do more of. And I think that was because, yeah, like someone just mentioned, Shanwise mentioned colorism. That's a huge issue with the Asian community too.
That's true.
Like darker Asians are judged in a different way, like especially globally. And these are real issues that affect that community. I heard from like I was on Clubhouse not long ago where this young Southeast Asian Cambodian kid, not a kid, I'm sorry, he's like a teenager, but like he's you know, I don't want to call him a kid, but he's a young gentleman who like brought this up. And I really felt like, damn, like I don't think about that enough, you know. So I just wanted to bring that up.
Okay. Shout out to the Southeast Asians, Joe.
Let's talk to Two Changs real quick.
Oh shit! Oh, sorry, I did not mute the stream before. What's up, guys?
What's up,
Two Changs?
What's up, yo? So I actually came on here with like a pretty important question. I want to know how much Asian American history did you guys actually learn in school? Like growing up.
What do you mean Asian American history? I don't know.
I mean Silk Road, maybe. You know, like
I remember learning about like the Chinese like coming over like in the 1900s and like building the railroads in San Francisco, and that was basically it.
Right.
But, you know, in college, I did take one of my favorite classes I took was an Asian American psychology class. And that was probably the most I'd ever, like, there was an actual class in that, which I thought was really cool.
I think my substitute teacher once played Rumble in the Bronx in the classroom, which was the extent of my Asian history.
Well, Joy Luck Club was something we read. Did you guys read that?
No.
We watched, I think we watched Joy Luck Club in the classroom
we
too.
We read it in high school and then watched it.
So
that was
like,
basically it.
I asked that because when I was a kid, I remember like as early as like the third grade, my teacher telling me, being like, because I moved here from the Philippines.
Yeah.
I remember asking, I was like, when are we going to learn about Asian history or any of this stuff? And I remember specifically her going, oh, that doesn't matter. It's not getting covered. You don't need to think about that.
Wow.
That's not on your test. It's okay.
Yeah. And I can't help but think like that has something to do with what's happening now. Is all of us being taken as jokes because we were never learned about in school. No one ever. We don't even know our own history.
That's actually a very good point. I do think that is a huge part of it. There hasn't been the proper education because education builds empathy. You know, for communities. You know, and I think that's a huge that you're right. I think that's a huge problem, and I think the same thing happened for the Black community as well. You know,
diminishment is real. Fact.
Yeah, absolutely.
Digital Trip said that in Hawaiian school they didn't skip out on it. You know what? I did grow up in a predominantly Japanese American community, like in Torrance. There's a lot of Japanese Americans, and so we did actually learn about like Pearl Harbor. I know it's like it's not that deep, but you know, I do remember learning a lot about that.
Pearl Harbor is like that builds American empathy. But I mean that's funny because those are moments where you see like the ends of like where we look at America being like the victim or something, you know, as opposed to a lot of the other sides of things.
So just, you know,
we went to the Japanese American
internment camp.
Yeah, internment camp. We actually went there. I think, but that's why it was because we were surrounded by other cultures. Like I doubt that, like in Minnesota or wherever, like that people are going to like, you know, learning about Pearl Harbor in that extent. So.
You're right. Asian, there isn't much Asian education, I guess. Like the only closest thing was the railroad, like how Chinese built the railroad.
So how does that? I mean, you know, part of my ignorance, but like, okay, so in our curriculum in America, in order to educate other people with their cultures, they're gonna have to touch base. Because isn't it true? Like in different countries, they're learning the history of their his story, you know what I mean? So like here, how do we solve that? How do we move forward and kind of, do we need to just change the curriculum up, huh?
100%. We need to change the curriculum. We need to change representation. We need to change everything about the education system. It's completely outdated. It focuses only on like machine type results.
They need to change them desks. That's what they need to do. That shit's been around forever.
The staticky ass chairs, bro. You know the little three
They
slit
still got
joints?
pencil sharpeners. Like,
Jeez,
what? Come on,
man.
Yeah, dude.
No, I agree with you. Yeah, I keep going. Keep going.
There's a lot of things that need to be changed, and what I appreciate, and we talked about this in the chat, is that it's dope that we're having these conversations now.
Right.
But we need to know that past these conversations, we need to take action, and we can't be pissed that the action doesn't happen in our generation. We have to make sure that it's still a foundation laid for the future kids, the kids that like, if we really want to change everything for everybody, we have to understand the system. And since we're talking about the system now, this lays the pavement for the kids who are going to be able to change that in their lifetime for future generations. And that's what I think we need to keep thinking about, is like literally the next generation after us. Now that we're a little bit older.
I mean, that's what I like. You see, I like talking about Asian shit on this show, whether it's modern or even whether it's stupid or whatnot, because it normalizes the conversation. I feel like whether it's the dumbest things, arguing about Korean Asian fruit, like it's normal, is amazing. You know what I mean? And I think that's the kind of shit that I like to contribute at the very minimum.
2 Chainz, I'm not just saying this, but the energy and just like the enthusiasm behind your voice, bro, I think you're going to be a huge part. No, seriously, of the advancing, man. I hear it. And thanks for that. Thanks for that perspective, because you're right. There was not much Asian education growing up, if any.
Yeah. Okay, let me ask you this, 2 Chainz. If you were a Asian history teacher, what is the first thing you would teach?
Oh, I would definitely teach about the K-Town riots. Like, I want to learn more about that.
Well,
like,
that's interesting because that's not necessarily just Asian education, though. You know, that's if anything, that's more Black history than anything. I mean, you got to understand. I'm not taking away from that. I'm just saying. You gotta think about that. So that's a very tough first curriculum to teach.
Right.
I mean, that wouldn't be the first thing I teach in like the 2nd grade or anything, but like I would definitely like, that's something I would bring up. Being from the East Coast, I didn't know about any of that stuff until I heard it from you, Dumb. Like, I had no idea any of that stuff happened.
Well, I think that's a lot for a lot of people. Like, they don't. Yeah. Because it is very regional, but it gets global attention. I mean, it got global.
I think I understand where 2 Chainz is coming from. The K-Town riots, it's a study of humans too.
First of all, it's not the K-Town riots; it's the LA riots.
I mean, the LA.
Oh, the LA.
You know what I'm saying? I don't. It's not one community. It's a lot of communities.
That's what I'm trying to say, though. That's what I'm trying to say.
So,
it's not just based on Koreans. It's the action, reaction. You know, there's a lot of lessons that you can learn from it. I kind of get it.
Yeah,
and then yeah,
I mean, I would even probably go further than that, to be honest. Like,
if we're talking like full history, I would definitely talk about more about like the Chinese Exclusion Acts. I would talk about the reason why Chinatowns exist to begin with.
Right.
Like, a lot of us don't know what that's about, and those were all essentially for us to be barricaded in. Like, those were our internment camps, but just put in fancy words, and no one has talked about that. You know, there's definitely Japanese internment camps. That was a thing. We talked about that in school, but like, I didn't know about why these specific towns for specific different kinds of Asians even existed.
Right.
You know, that was to keep us all separated. That was to keep us apart, and keep us segregated from white people, from Black people, from Hispanics. Like, they wanted us to be separated, but we never talked about that. You know, they bring up Chinatown like it's our celebration of our history, and we're all supposed to be here together and celebrate this. When in all actuality, it was to keep us down.
Who's your favorite Asian person of all time?
Dude.
Like, who's one of your Asian like role models growing up or whatever?
My brother. Like, and like, not trying to be like a sappy and all that shit.
That's
but like,
beautiful, bro.
Older brother?
My brother. Yeah, my older brother. He was definitely like he thought with his like heart a lot, and he just did the shit that he wanted to do regardless if there were consequences or not. And I like always looked up to that, and I was like, yeah, that's what I need to do. And that's why I've always been very vocal about my beliefs on like Asian American history even in college. Like, I think, this for me started in college because I was like, yeah, this is, like, he gave me that ability to be able to not care about what other people think and just be like, yo, if you believe in this, fucking push for it.
Well, shout out to Wen Chang's, the original.
Last question, Two Changs. You're in charge of the creation of the next Marvel Filipino superhero. What is the name?
Oh, fuck, dude. I'm not good with names. I can't do this. Because I'm just thinking food, man. Like, I'm like,
Adobo Man, dude.
Adobo Man?
Yeah.
You're really trying to just get the Filipino community pissed about the Adobo Man, huh?
Oh, man.
I'll tell you one of the dopest superhero characters was Rufio in Hook.
Oh, man.
That was probably one of the coolest characters in like film history, in my opinion. Like, he just was such a cool character.
Dante Bosco was also
Dante
like
Bosco,
the
OG.
unsung Filipino hero in our community.
No, he's the man.
People don't even talk about like other things he's done besides this role. Like, this man actually started the poetry club in Los Angeles that was iconic for a lot of spoken word artists and poetry. He's the originator of the poetry club.
Damn.
It's crazy.
But yeah,
and you can also catch more of that information on a previous episode with Dante Bosco on Fun with Dumb. All right,
shout out Dante.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I just wanted to say all that. Thank you guys also for offering this platform and a safe space for everyone to talk about all of this stuff with. I know there was like somebody else in the chat who was saying like, y'all didn't die though. Like, that was an example of somebody who never learned about our history.
Right.
Who did not take the time to figure it out, you know?
Right.
I'm not saying, you know,
it's hard.
You have mountains of bodies, but there's still people that died.
People gonna have comments like that all day and things. It's not helpful to the conversation and how we help each other and everything. So, you know, you gotta just take it by a grain of salt. Sometimes I don't. I'm the one who pointed it out, so I already know it somehow like phased me. But Two Changs, thanks for calling.
Thanks for the call.
Yeah, thanks guys. Be easy.
Peace, buddy.
We're gonna take this last call. Kaka Carmen.
Carmen.
Kaka Carmen would directly translate to Poo Poo Carmen.
Hi.
Yeah, Poo Poo Carmen. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to say that I discovered Fun with Dumb maybe like last week, but I used to watch the Hot Box like a long time ago.
Yep. What was a great series as well. Did about like 50 episodes of amazing artists.
I'm
just upping my own shit.
The most vivid one I think was like Doja Cat, I think.
Yep. That was her first ever interview and performance. Crazy.
Yeah, it was sick. And I don't know. But discovering this one was really fun. Specifically, I think watching the ones that have Steffie, Baik, and Sheila, they're really fun. And
thank you.
Yeah,
I think the women really appreciate that, having the women's.
I appreciate it.
I also love having the women call in too.
Yeah,
feel a connection.
I'm glad to hear that, because that was the whole point. I wanted to bring in some new perspective. I don't know why I brought it back to me. I apologize for that. Sorry about that.
Credit.
But, I mean, I appreciate you tuning into Fun with Dumb. I mean, we're gonna keep upping the level of this podcast. I think in the next few weeks you'll be able to see the upgrade that we're adding to this.
Yeah.
Finally getting AC.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah.
Thanks for the call in. What's up?
Yeah, no problem. That's pretty much all I wanted to say. Actually, I have to go to work soon. It's morning here too, so I have to go.
Where are you calling from?
I'm in Japan right now.
Wow.
Sick.
Okay, Minority Report. Are you Japanese?
Korean.
Yeah, but I'm more of like a Sheila situation.
Oh, lo Hapa? Is Hapa an offensive term? I don't know.
Not for me. I don't
Not
care,
for me, but
honestly.
for the majority of people.
No, but it is an offensive
maybe
term.
for others. I don't know.
I wasn't sure if it was offensive.
I don't know.
My friend,
because I've heard it's like a Hawaiian word too. So
I don't think it's offensive.
Someone said it's not I don't know. I'm seriously asking because I've used it.
No,
you know
I
what
grew
I'm
up
saying?
with Hapas like in Torrance. So
Okay.
they go by Hapa.
What's the acronym stand for?
Oh, I think it's a Hawaiian word, I think.
Yeah, I think it's a Hawaiian word.
Okay.
Well, thank you for calling, Carmen. I appreciate you and the kind words, which helps us keep going, honestly.
I love the ones that just call just to say nice things. And then
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Thank you, Kaka Carmen.
All right. Have a good one.
Have a good one. Bye.
I want to thank everybody who called in today. It was a great conversation. We had a lot of amazing people in the chat who are regulars that we love dearly. And we want to keep having conversations like this. And And we're not perfect. Some of our views and some of the things we say might not be as articulate. I'm speaking for myself. Might not be as articulate. I just kind of lean into my own truths and my learning process, which sometimes I do literally live, like right here. I'm learning in real time.
Right.
You know, and
we see it. You know,
posture check.
Yeah.
Posture check.
So I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate everyone calling in to help in that process.
Yeah.
And that's why I opened up this call situation, because I want people to have a voice in correcting any of us if we do, you know, get in a situation.
Yeah, I feel like
100%.
I'm constantly learning here. Like, especially having people call in from the chat. Sorry, that was a camera.
It's fine.
And yeah, I like really appreciate the conversations we have. They're usually very deep at some point.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to say please tune in to we're on the album
19th, baby.
this Friday.
This Friday,
hitting all streaming platforms.
Yes. We're splitting it into 3 different parts. So the first part is dropping this 19th. Year the Ox album. It's a long time coming.
Let's get those streaming numbers up,
please.
Rick already has 8 phones streaming the album. 8 phones streaming the album to get the numbers up. He has a streaming farm, and we got Steffie over here on Twitch, killing it right now, averaging about 30 people right now.
About 30. I'm trying to get to 75, guys.
More than the viewer, the content is gold. This is good.
I like
Steffie really puts into effort.
Vibe.
Like
Thank
me,
you.
I just pull up, like I just woke up, didn't wash my face. Steffie will actually full on, you know, have a breakfast, oatmeal, you know.
She ain't bukuk on the stream.
That stream table has like tons of makeup and all types of stuff going on right there. Like,
we're gonna do your makeup at some point, right?
I might do it on the 19th for promotion.
Yeah.
So look out for the Year the Ox album. Look out for Steffie's stream. Shout out to Alex, as always, producing the podcast. He got on the table, fixed the lantern on the sake of Lunar New Year.
Who does that?
Check out the fit, though. Really, it's about the fit today. You're gonna have to go on his IG. Check out his
we're not gonna be streaming until next week. So this Thursday, for my birthday, if you guys could just watch the Hennessy live stream.
Oh yes, please, yo, check that out.
If for my birthday, really go just support the album, guys.
Woo!
For my birthday, just go support Rick and Year the Ox's album, and I'll be happy. I appreciate you guys, and have a good rest of the week. We will see you guys next week. Peace.
Love y'all.